In the heart of Houston, a city of diversity and resilience, a story unfolds, a story of unsung heroes, visionaries, and trailblazers, a story of Latinos rising in the digital age. From doctors saving lives in our hospitals to the artists painting the future and the entrepreneurs building legacies, these voices are leading the way, breaking boundaries and redefining what it means to be Latino in America. Our culture, our stories, our people, each one with a journey that touches the heart and inspires the soul. From the pages of history to the screens of today, Viva Magazine Live continues its legacy of uplifting the Latino community and telling the stories that need to be heard. Viva Magazine Live isn't just a show, it's a movement, a celebration of Latino excellence, and a call to action for the next generation to fulfill their hopes and dreams and become an active part of the Latino voice. Join us as we tell the stories that inspire, unite, and elevate. Together we can ensure these voices are heard loud and clear. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Support Viva Magazine Live and make history with us. Support the vision and invest in our community. Hola, Houston. I'm Blanca Blanco, host of Viva Magazine Live. And this is the place where we celebrate the movers, the shakers, and the trailblazers of our vibrant Latino community. And today, we have the privilege of hearing from a true trailblazer and an unsung hero in our community. Someone whose dedication continues to inspire and impact lives across the city. So stay with us. There's more ahead after this break, and don't go away. And welcome back to Viva Magazine Live. We're here with Martha Jaimes, founder and executive director of Bikes for Excellence. Great to have you on Viva Magazine Live, Martha.
Thank you, Blanca, for having me.
Yes, and we're here to inform our viewers of your awesome program. So let's hear about it.
Well, what would you like to hear, Blanca? Tell me what you want to know.
I want to know everything about Bikes for Excellence. So tell me, what inspired you back in 2006 to start Bikes for Excellence right here in Houston?
Well, I wanted to give students, I wanted to reward them for their hard work in school. We go to school, the kids do what they need to do. We wanted to give them something tangible that they could take back, that they could use, not just in school. Popcorn parties, pizza parties are great, but I wanted to give them something tangible.
Right, and they are tangible, those bikes, right?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So let me ask you this. How does your program select the students to receive the bikes?
Well, we look for a couple of things. We look at schools where providing them with the bike is going to be an incentive. Once we've selected the schools, we focus on fifth graders. And we look for three criteria. We look for academic growth because we want them to show their growth, that they're learning, that they're getting what they need to get. We want to make sure that they're in school every day. If you're not in school, you're not learning. Additionally, we pay attention to the law that was instilled 90% of the time. And lastly, we look at conduct, social skills. We want to make sure those kids are good citizens.
Right. Now, is there categories, Martha? Like, do you pick a certain type of A student, B student, C student? Is there any particular category these students have to be in?
No, when we created Bikes for Excellence, we wanted to give every student an opportunity for many reasons. I don't know why. We tend to focus on the A students, the B students. Well, what about the other students that are showing growth, that came from a D to a C,
right,
from a C to a B? We want to work with all students. We want to make sure that every child who is growing academically is recognized.
Right. And that's a good thing. They just need to have a little bit of push and get some incentive for them to keep going, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Martha, we're going to show a little short video of the bike giveaway from Port Elementary, which was one of the schools that participated in your Bikes for Excellence. So roll it. And Martha, also, I mean, this looks like the kids are having a lot of fun riding off with their bikes. You know, I was there and I took I took so many beautiful pictures of those smiles. Those kids were just smiling away on their riding away off their bikes. It was great. So can you share a memorable story from your years with Bikes for Excellence? I'm sure you have some.
I have plenty of them. So there's one in particular. We were celebrating. We were getting ready to start the year. So we had a gathering at Irma's Original, and a student from Cook Elementary, when she was a 5th grader, received her bike. She came as one of our guests. She was already in college.
Yeah.
And that was amazing because she said, you told us this bike is going to get you from one place to the other, just like your education.
Right.
And it did.
Yes.
It has.
Yeah.
So that's one. The most recent one is one of the Bikes for Excellence recipient on year 2 of Bikes for Excellence. She is now a teacher teaching 2nd grade.
Wow.
And the first thing she told me when she realized who I was, like, you're the one who gave me a bike.
Oh, that's
Yes,
awesome.
yes,
What an incredible story. All of them are incredible stories.
Yes.
Now, Martha, I know that we could stay here the whole afternoon sharing the wonderful stories about the kids and their bikes and how they have excelled in school. But you excelled as well, and I know that you were a former police officer with HPD, Houston Police Department. So how has your background influenced the Foundation's mission?
Well, it's very important. As I was a police officer, I came to realize that community engagement is very important.
Yes.
Policing in the neighborhoods, getting to know the community, for me, that was very important. And so I got to see some of the kids in the communities. And so I came to realize that something was missing.
Right.
The kids didn't want to be with the police officers. They didn't want to, they were scared of police officers. And so I wanted to be able to bridge that gap.
Right.
I want the students, when they're receiving their bikes, to see that law enforcement in there, to see that they're receiving these bikes from them. And if they're ever in a situation where police is involved, I want them to remember,
Right.
the police, they're not bad. They gave me a bike when I was a 5th grader.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yes.
awesome. Yeah, that's a great memory to have for the kids, that these police officers are there to help them get ahead. Yes.
We want to bridge that gap.
That's right. Isn't that an inspiring story that these kids really, really love to get those bikes, and it just helps them excel in all their academic studies. So it's a great program.
So for some of these students, this is their first bike.
Yes.
So, again, I go back to my mantra, a bike is going to get you from point A to point B in life, just like your education does.
That's right.
And for me, that's very important to make sure that kids understand that.
Yes. When I remember, and I'm sure you probably do as well, that you remember when you first got your first bike. I mean,
Yes.
that was an exciting time. I mean, you can fly.
You can fly. You're free.
That's
You're free.
You're free, and you can go anywhere. Yeah, that's so true for all these young kids. So let me get back to that. So you got involved with the community. Pardon me. How did you get the community and law enforcement involved in your events? Because, they're busy and people are busy and law enforcement are busy all the time. They're out there. So how did you do that, Martha? I'm sure you found a way.
Yes. So I made sure that if you were a donor, that you were present when these bikes are being distributed.
Yes.
Because I want the students to realize it's not just Bikes for Excellence, it's the community. Because they're the ones who, at the end of the day, make this happen. We have some amazing donors, and I always make sure to invite them and recognize them and let the students know, you have this bike because they helped make sure you have it.
That's right.
So we have some great donors, sponsors, and then again, law enforcement. I want to make sure law enforcement is always present because I want to bridge that gap.
That's right. And this is not easy to do. I mean, I'm sure you have a board that helps you as well to take care of all this, because when I went to the school, you had several people, several volunteers out there helping you. And so I am sure that, this is not just one person doing this. You have the support of not only your donors, but also your volunteers. Is that?
Yes, we have a board of directors, we have board members, we have volunteers, we have advisory board members, and it's not just about one person doing all of this. It takes it takes a village.
Yes, that's
right. It really does.
It really does.
And so my village, Bikes for Excellence Village, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone, I always say, all hands on deck.
That's right.
And that's when it's the fundraisers that we have. When it's the day of awarding the bicycles, everyone is there, whether it's picking up a bicycle, making sure that the students are where they need to be.
Right.
It's a team effort.
Yeah, it is.
And I am very lucky to have the board members, the directors, the volunteers that Bikes for Excellence has.
Yes, I'm sure you are. And so let's get to the hard question, Martha. What challenges have you faced running a nonprofit such as Bikes for Excellence, which is focused on education and the youth? What challenges are there?
I think the biggest challenge, and I think that's in general for nonprofits, is funding.
Yes.
Is getting that money. Because if we don't have the money, we can't do what we do.
You can't get the bikes.
So it takes a lot of work. Like I said, we have to look for sponsors, donors, and we have the 2 fundraisers.
Yeah, what are your 2 fundraisers a year?
So we have 2. We have one, which is a loteria, which is, loteria is big here in Houston.
Right, they
and
are.
So we have
I love them.
Yes. So we have the first fundraiser, which is the loteria. We have it in October the 4th this year. And we have it where it coincides with Hispanic Heritage Month.
Okay, yes.
And then the second fundraiser that we have is a barbecue benefit, and that coincides with rodeo.
Yeah.
So that takes also a lot of work.
I'm sure.
The volunteers, the members, we're there early, making sure everything is ready to go.
Right. So, I've been to a couple of loterias that you've had, and you've had them at your house and on your long driveway, and it's growing.
Yes.
It's growing big. So what are you going to do? Are you going to move it into a bigger place? Because
as much as I hate the idea of having to move it, because it's so intimate there at my house, and I like it.
You have a lot of people there.
Yes. So we're considering in the future moving it out of my house, but we want to stay within the community.
Yes.
So wherever we decide to go, it is going to be in the community.
Yeah.
It's going to be here.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, let's take a moment just to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to hear from Martha Patricia Jaimes. Stay tuned.
Learning looks like this, and it also looks like...
I didn't just study buildings. I connected them with tech to make them smarter.
I'm learning healthcare management while providing patient care.
I worked with these control systems way before I even started the job.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online. So, where do you start?
Hola, Houston. I'm your host, Blanca Blanco of Viva Magazine Live television show. I'm here to tell you that Viva Magazine Live show is bigger and bolder than ever. Viva Magazine Live, where we bring the Latino passion and commitment to television, expanding our reach and sharing these inspiring stories with even a broader audience. Viva Magazine Live is now a television series. Tune in every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. for Viva Magazine Live, where we celebrate Latino excellence, community, and culture. Our mission is clear: to spotlight the leaders, innovators, and trailblazers in the Latino community. Those making an impact in business, the arts, entertainment, politics, science, and sports. Remember, Viva Magazine Live is now a television series. Tune in every Thursday at 7:30 for Viva Magazine Live on cable channels Comcast 17, AT&T Uverse 99, Suddenlink 99, Phonoscope 96. Representation matters, and our stories deserve to be told. Tune in every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on Viva Magazine Live, where we tell one compelling story at a time. Celebrate the culture and feel the community. You feel me, Houston? Hit that subscribe button on Viva Magazine Live on YouTube so you don't miss the real interviews and cultural vibes. Don't sleep on it. Smash that like button and follow Viva Magazine Live to stay plugged in to the shows, events, and celebrations coming your way. Don't miss it. Hasta luego, Houston. And welcome back to Viva Magazine Live. I'm your host, Blanca Blanco, and we're here with Martha Patricia Jaime. She's the Executive Director of Bikes for Excellence. So Martha, when we cut to a commercial, we were going to talk about what are your goals for Bikes for Excellence in the next few years?
Well, I wanted to continue growing, but that takes money and it takes a lot of work. And the work, we have that.
Right.
We have, a great group of people who are willing to work. We've been very lucky to have the donors that we have, but we need to grow,
right,
so that we can get
well,
more
your
bikes.
loteria is growing. That's
Yes.
one good,
Yes.
very good sign. So you need to move to a larger place,
Yes.
and at that time, I would say the more people get involved, the more donors would show up.
Yes, yes, and also the barbecue. Also, every year we've seen an increment, the growth.
Right.
So we're growing. We're in the right direction. We're heading in the right direction.
That's great.
But I try to be conservative because I don't want to not have enough money.
Right.
But I think we could probably do another school this year.
Right. So how many bikes did you give away at Elliott Elementary and Elementary? Because you did 2 schools.
Yes, yes. We've been doing 2 schools for some time now. So we average about 110 bikes.
Each?
No, that's combined.
Oh, combined.
Yeah, some of our campuses in HISD are small, So, you know, combined, we did about 110 bicycles.
Okay, well, that's a lot of bikes.
It is. It adds up. It adds up.
It sure does.
And they don't just get the bike.
Yeah.
They get a lock, they get a helmet, they get a backpack, small backpack. They get different accessories. So it adds up, like I said, because we just don't want to just give them the bike. Number one, the helmet is a must.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah.
You know, that's the law.
Right.
So we make sure we have them, we have the helmets, and then we just do a couple of more accessories for them to have.
Yeah, that's great. So I know when I went to that event that you also had a lot of pizza out there.
Yes, yes.
They were just enjoying that.
Yes, so what we do is we provide the campus with a small stipend so that they can provide the kids with a lunch.
Yeah.
Something small, it doesn't have to be anything big. A couple of years ago they had hot dogs. This year they chose pizza.
Yeah.
So whatever, you know, they want to do, I just tell them, you know, you decide, here's the stipend, you decide what you want to get. That is completely up to you.
Yeah. So tell me, how do people in Houston get involved or support Bikes for Excellence or the mission that they have? Can you tell people?
When you see me coming, don't walk away. No, so we have our website,
Yes.
Bikes for Excellence. So you can go onto our website and you can donate.
Yeah.
Or you can look for us, you can call us, you can however you want. If you want to donate, we will gladly accept it. If you want to volunteer, we will gladly accept it too.
Of course. Give them the website again. Is it?
It is Bikes for the number 4, the numeral, excellence.com.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Bikes number 4, excellence.com.
Yes.
Very good. So if anybody of you want to volunteer or donate to this wonderful cause, make sure you go online and sign up.
We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on the
All the social media platforms. Okay, so what advice would you or do you have to share with the parents and their kids?
So first of all, with the bike, safety. We want to make sure that the parents are aware of where their kids are on the bikes. So that's number one. But then in general terms, we want the parents to continue instilling in their kids the importance of an education.
Yeah.
Like the mantra says, a bike is going to get you from point A to point B, just like your education.
That's right.
So keep instilling those kids to go on to finish up high school. And I'm not saying everyone's meant to go to college, but there's trade schools, there's the military, there's different avenues where you can become a productive citizen. So that's the biggest thing, to make sure parents have those conversations with the kids, that you know, education is going to get you where you need to go.
That's right. Now, how do you get the parents involved with the kids and their bikes?
Well, the parents are aware. The school holds a meeting to let the parents know this is what the students are working for. This is what they need to have. This is what they need to do. Additionally, we also make sure that there's a waiver that the parents sign and return before the program, before we do the bikes.
I see.
So the parents are aware from the get-go.
Yeah.
They know.
They know, and they can be a part of it, I'm sure.
Yes. We want them to come out and be with their children when they receive the bikes.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. So what particular advice do you give the kids? Because they need that advice.
To stay in school.
Yeah.
To me, that's very, very important. I was very lucky that my father, from a very young age, instilled in us, my siblings and I, that high school wasn't it, that we needed to continue. And I'm very, very happy and blessed that my dad instilled that in me. So I want to continue that.
Yes.
That legacy that my dad put in me, that education is very, very important. That's my message to the kids. Stay in school, get your education.
That's right. And this program is excellent for that because it gives them a goal to strive for,
Yes.
a bicycle. And,
Yes.
you know, there are a lot of kids that don't get to have bicycles.
Right. Yes. Yearly, I have different schools contacting me because they would love to have the program. But again, funding is always, you know, one of the things that I have to be careful. I don't want to make promises that we can't keep.
That's right. So you had 2 schools this year, which was, like I mentioned earlier, Elliott Elementary. Are you looking to expand to 2 more schools? Is that your...
Probably not this year, although I would love it because this is going to be our 20th anniversary.
Yes.
So it would be nice If we expand, it would be one more school this year.
Okay.
But again, funding.
Funding is always the challenge,
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it is.
So there you are, Bikes for Excellence with Martha Patricia Jaimes. Martha, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your inspiring story. Your work with Bikes for Excellence shows the passion and the purpose that can create real change in our community, especially for our youth. That's so important. You're not just promoting biking, but you're also empowering students to succeed. So, Martha, we wish you continued success from here and all the staff at Viva Magazine Live. And Martha, let me ask you one more question. What last thing do you want to tell the viewing audience?
To support us. But no, seriously, it's very, very important that when you see the kids on the bikes, that you drive around them, that you make sure that they're safe, to make sure as a parent that they do wear their helmets.
Right.
The community, don't forget about us, support us. These kids that are getting these bikes, they are the future of our community, the future that we need.
That's right.
So we need to continue inspiring these kids. Today a bike, maybe, when they're in high school, a scholarship. But we need to continue being there. We need to support these kids.
That's right. So, Martha, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your inspiring story. Your work with Bikes for Excellence shows the passion and the purpose that can create real change in our community and for our kids, especially for them. You're not just promoting biking, but you're also empowering our students to succeed. We wish you continued success and encourage everyone to support this meaningful mission. And please give them that website again, please.
So the website is bikesforexcellence.com. There's several ways that you can donate there. You can also if you see us around, you're more than welcome to stop us. Hey, here's a donation. Anything counts, everything helps out.
That's right. So thank you again for reminding us that excellence can begin with just one ride. And to you, thank you for watching Viva Magazine Live, airing every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on your local cable channels. Hasta luego, Houston.